I'll come to the important features or the important aspects of EPC. As I told you, the most important feature is the single point responsibility on the EPC contractor. Everything, understand this, everything related to the project, basically the designing, engineering, procurement, construction, commissioning, testing, everything basically is the single point or sole responsibility of the EPC contractor. So in the event there is an issue arising out of or in connection with the project, employer will only need to refer the said issue to the contractor, and the contractor will be liable for any defect, any problem, any kind of rectification that needs to be done, okay, on this. So everything basically depends solely on the contractor. So the contractor has a sole responsibility regarding all the deliverables under the project. Something malfunctions, a problem occurs which needs cure, everything needs to be done by the contractor, okay? Even when there is a consortium comprising of several entities, sometimes there are consortium EPC agreements also. Like for example, L&T and some other construction company together are basically taking in the project. Now, EPC contractor basically has, in this case, if there is not a single contractor involved, there will be a clear declaration as to joint and several liability basically of the contractors towards the employer or the owner of the project. Okay, so both in cases of consortium or a single contractor, whichever be the case, everything related to the project, the sole responsibility will be on the contractor or contractors as the case may be. Okay, got it? Yes, Nazia, everything related to the basically Odunabu, I am not going to let you unmute yourself during the session. Okay, you can raise your hand once we are in the Q&A part, and you know I'm going to unmute you, no issue. Okay. Joint and several liabilities means together they are going to be jointly and severally liable, means you and I, so both you and I are two parties, two contractors. Both of us will be together liable to the employer for any kind of problem. Okay? Any problem related to the contract, the entire project, any defect, anything, we will be together liable to the owner or the employer. Got it? That is exactly what the meaning is, na, Abhishek? Got it? Who asked questions? So both. Did you get it? Severally means jointly, again independent. Like suppose there are two parties, you and I are like two parties. Okay? Now in my absence, you will be taking up the liability. It's a very common concept in tort also. I think Hardeep, you must be already aware of this. I expect it. Joint and several liability is a very common concept, right? Vivek, only in case of consortium. When there is a consortium, when there is more than one contractor basically involved, in that case, joint and several liability has to be there. Got it, Vivek? Yes, sir. Correct. Yes, sir, Govind, correct. Okay, fine. So this is a very important aspect, okay, in your EPC agreements. Please remember this. Nazia, I did not understand the question that you have asked. Okay, I'll take it in the Q&A part. Right, reframe it a little bit. I will take it. Generally, the contract price, understand this, okay, because this point I know might be a little confusing, okay? The lump sum contract price is fixed, okay, but that does not stop the contractor to reimburse itself for any incidental expenses that may occur. So incidental expenses reimbursement is not a part of the contract price together, right? The contract price is kind of fixed since the beginning, and that is the price which is basically paid. At the end of the project, if there's any reimbursement, which is basically some incidental costs that need to be reimbursed, that will not come under the definition of your contract price, and that can be actually went ahead and reimbursed. Okay, those were not contemplated when you entered into this contract, when you defined your contract price, right? Take it. So at that point of time, you did not contemplate these incidental expenses. Take it. So 1 second. So you did not contemplate these expenses. At the end of the project, you can always go and reimburse for yourself these incidental expenses, but the contract price throughout the project remains the same, and it is prefixed price. Okay. Now there are certain concepts which are very, very important. Performance guarantee, security. Okay. First, I'll just simply explain the concept of your performance guarantee. Performance guarantee is a guarantee that the contractor has to take of basically that he will adhere to certain quality standards, time limit. Okay, there, like say with next 6 months, this much delivery of work will be done. Okay, so for the next 1 year, this much delivery of the work will be done. All of these will form under your performance guarantee. So for this performance guarantee, there will be some parallel security provided. Now the security provided can be in the form of any kind of bank guarantee, parent company guarantee, okay, advance payment, some money they have paid in advance, okay, and again parallelly advance payment guarantee and retention security, as in the money paid in advance, it can be retained if the quality is not adhered to. Okay, so these are liquidated amounts. Okay, these are liquidated amounts, and at the end of the day, if you do not adhere to the quality promised or the timeline promised, this money can be taken away by the employer or the owner of the project. Okay, so this part is very important. Generally, you will see in other types of commercial contracts, we do not get these terms that there's a performance security or guarantee provided or for anything. Right, only damages or consequential damages and all that is provided, correct? Okay, but in this case, in EPC, this is a very important, both in concession and EPC, actually you will see, you will come across these terms. Performance guarantee, security and liquidated, basically these are all prefix liquidated amounts that are already captured in the agreement. Okay, got it?